Hello friends, welcome to another tutorial video for the Rise of the Witch King. Today I'm going to explain the Angmar faction and what you should build as Angmar versus other factions, Forces of Light or Forces of Evil. We are against a Dwarven faction, and this means we need Dwarves is weak against spam unless they get the accessories. So the perfect build order from the Angmar against dwarves is gonna be Gundabad, Orc, Spam, and Axe Throwers. From Angmar also have Axe Throwers, and the spam of this stuff can destroy the Guardian. If the enemy, however, go for the Axe Throwers start, we are going to get different kind of units because the actors are really a counter for the spam. They can kill many units of the spammy units of the Angmar. So two mills resource buildings into a Hall of Kingsmen. And now we're gonna get the force. Okay, I want also to mention that the bigger the map is, the more resource buildings you can get. This map, it's called Tombs of Karana, if I'm not mistaken. And you're gonna just get a bigger economy because the enemy needs time to reach your base. So for farms at the start is gonna be more than fine. We can now go for another barracks, build, either for the troll and wolf den, or maybe the whole of kingsman. It depends on the enemy's start. If the enemy as dwarves started with axe throwers, we're going to get wolf riders to trample the axe throwers. If the enemy started with this one guardian, for example, we're guardians and phalanx, we're going to get two Hall of Kingsmen. That's what we're going to do. And he has phalanx, so the enemy is planning to get phalanx and guardians, and this is spam of infantries from his side. We don't really need horses, and especially that the wolf riders are very light horses. They cannot kill the guardians and phalanx. The wolf rider are very bad. They are made to destroy the light units. Okay, so we're gonna spam our opponent with 3 now. It can go for a 3 Hall of Kings, man. And this is gonna be huge to spam from 3 Hall of Kings, man. You will have a big armies everywhere on the map. You don't really need to put your army in one place. More barracks is really always great. So you can have, but just make sure that you keep spamming units. Okay, we are gonna use our war chant. It's the best and powerful to deal damage to the enemy's units. So we have a group of army. We are going either to creep or scout the enemy's tunnel. Okay, we're going to creep from this place. We send some scouts all over the map so we can see if the enemy has tunnels over there. We creep, and now we need more command point because 3 barracks are too much, and we need like more farms to be able to give command point for all of these 3 barracks. So far only spam against the enemy, which is dwarves. Dwarves have pikemen, strong phalanx, and we don't really want to face them with our wolf riders. I recommend getting the Black Numenorian combined with pikemen in case he has a battle wagon or a demolisher. As you can see, this demolisher is a very strong unit, and it can trample even our Gundabad Orc, Axelors, and even the Black Numenorian. So what we're going to do against this demolisher is get the hill trolls. Hill trolls of Angmar. Alright, we destroyed it with the axe swords because the AI was not microing. If he was microing, he can just trample your stuff and kill them. Okay. So we will buy the hill troll, the pikeman, strong pikeman to destroy demolishers. It's like every unit has a counter in this game. If you build all kind of units, you can easily beat your opponent. Waldor is always perfect. You can buy him without discount from the Flame of Darkness because he's cheap. He's a cheap hero. You don't really need discount for him, and you go for the health rolls. Strong pikeman unit. It's really tanky unit. This health rolls. It's good against the battle wagon also. Battle wagon cannot destroy the health roll. They cannot trample it. They will always lose against it. Okay, battle wagon managed to destroy our stuff. So we have so many barracks. Health rolls. Always great to have one battalion of snow trolls. So one battalion of snow trolls. We have now this creep or Gundabad orc because we are against many battle wagons. We're going to um we're going to buy this one. We can use it on this building to speed up the production, and we can also Waldor will always fight with the pikemen. We can use it also on this goblin lair, and get some goblin archers if you want. So we can have more units on the field. But this battalion, Black Numenorian, is really powerful against dwarves. If even okay, we got some goblin archers. They're not so great versus the battle wagon, but if you combine them with the army, which you have already pikemen in it, they can deal great damage. Okay, let's attack the enemy, and it's very cheap. Also, goblin archers normally cost this normally costs 250 if you are a goblin faction. But now the goblin archers, they cost only 100, which is great. It's just we should be careful of the battle wagon. And these snow trolls can easily trample the guardians. We will buy them a banner carrier so they can regenerate their members. Okay, meanwhile, we have a small army here. We will war chant this army and get more. Angmar is a very special faction. They have strongest heroes in this game, and we will get their heroes, all of them. Morgomir, and after Morgomir, we will buy discount for the fortress, so it gives the discount for the rest of the heroes. Okay, now we will do transition into Dark Rangers. The higher tier, the higher level of the barracks, the stronger the unit is gonna be out from. You can use the charge attack for the snow trolls. Look at the damage. They murder the axles with one hit. So strong and so deadly. Goblin archers. Now maybe we need the dwarves. That is a very strong tanky buildings they have. We need the catapult to finish their buildings, because we really don't want to. Oof, the phalanx almost killed our snow trolls. Goblin archers will finish the job. Okay, everything looks good here. Dark Rangers and snow trolls, stay away from. Rest in peace, snow trolls. Okay. We just need catapults. Waldor doesn't give goblin archers any leadership. He just gives it to the axe throwers and Rudor spearmen. He doesn't even give it to the goblin warriors. Oh wow, we did a creep this troll without paying attention with the Black Numenorean. Anyway, as the AI is camping nicely, let's get some catapults and some axe throwers and keep increasing our command point. No trolls coming in case. We don't really need many dark rangers. Um, we don't need. The higher the game, the longer the game goes. I mean, the more the better. Okay, we have giant summon. We can finish. The longer the game goes, the better to get elite units, such as Dark Rangers and Snow Trolls army and the armor for this stuff. It's really important. And always barracks before destroying any unit. I mean, any the fortress. Before destroying the fortress, we always need to destroy barracks so the enemy doesn't produce any. Um, we don't need the goblin. This is important at the start of the game. Now we need the battle units with armor from this building. And yeah, so the more you do transition into battle units, the better your army is gonna be, and you can face the enemy with stronger units. Black Numenorean upgraded with forge work, like blades, dark iron blades is deadly. Archers aren't gonna deal any damage, only catapults. Angmar is not so great against destroying buildings, and if you spam buildings as dwarves against them, this would hurt the uh, Angmar. So dwarves are great. You know, Angmar doesn't have ram, battering rams. They don't have a catapult. They have catapults, but they are weak catapults, not like Mordor or dwarven catapults, very strong. Um, So we were trying against the dwarves, which is the forces of light. Let's now try against goblins. Um, on, for example, this map, Angmar versus goblins. What build order should the Angmar have against goblins? Against goblins, you need wolf riders. You need Gundabad Orc also. You can trample the goblin with the wolf riders, and you can also kill the goblin warrior with the Gundabad Orc. Gundabad Orc are also a superior unit over the goblin warrior, so you can easily kill the goblin with Gundabad Orc. But sooner or later, the goblin player is going to get half trolls, and he's gonna buy like um, troll, cave troll, maybe fire drakes. What you need against those stuff is to get dark rangers, archers from the Angmar. You need the archers, best archers, to kill these monsters. Otherwise, you cannot kill a very tanky unit like a troll or a half trolls. Also, they are very tanky, and giants and fire drakes. This kind of units is very tanky, and you cannot kill it very easily. So far, we're starting with three resource buildings and one Hall of Kingsman, and after that, we got another farm. We go Gundabad Orc, and we get now a second Hall of Kingsman. I recommend getting two Hall of Kingsmen before getting the Wolf Riders. Unless you want to have very aggressive start. You see this half troll start from the enemy. If we started with Wolf Riders, actually we could have gone for the Dire Wolves. And Dire Wolves also eat these half trolls very quickly. So the enemy is making always more economy. The enemy is making monsters now. So the better we go for the Dark Rangers, the early we get the Dark Rangers or the Black Numenorian even at the start, the better it is gonna be. We will try to destroy some of his farms. Half trolls are very tanky, especially the half troll swordman like this unit. It's not gonna die from our Gundabad orc, so we will just dodge it for now and try to destroy their farms. We will lead these half trolls to the work pack, and now we get the dark black Numenorians they are called. Wolf Rider is gonna be if the opponent player spams Goblin Warriors all over the place. Work pack are killing the half trolls. That's great. And now we're facing the enemy's building, resource buildings. Alright, the work pack have finished the half trolls. We use the neutral building for our cause. This death mask makes the enemies weak around the Black Numenorian, so more farms, more farms. Let's stay away a little bit. Okay. Where is the after? Even this battalion of Black Numenorian can kill the Spiderling. Only probably Spider Riders can beat this. Can't believe it that the enemy couldn't do anything so far. The best start. Yeah, let's see this fight now. Half trolls versus Black Numenorian. Gundabad Orc can never beat the half trolls. But look at the Black Numenorian dealing massive damage to those half trolls. And they murdered them all. Okay. So far, going great. Actually, this hard looks like an easy. I did not expect the hard to be that weak. Probably we need only the brutal to face, so it can be challenging. All right. So we have only 2 buildings. We're destroying this building, barracks, and after destroying the barracks, we'll go to the fortress. War chant always to make our unit stronger. And defensive stance for this unit, aggressive stance for this unit. I don't think we can destroy the fortress with these battalions, but let's see. Black Numenorian are so deadly and they can do many stuff. Black Numenorian are very tanky. They cost 500 though, they are expensive, so if you don't have a great economy, don't go for them. It should be, we're supposed to be, if the enemy, okay, I'm gonna talk now about the enemy. If the enemy spams goblins, go for the troll masters and spam Gundabad orc and spam wolf riders. If the enemy, however, goes for the half trolls, get these Black Numenorian or Axis throwers to kill those half trolls. It's ideal to get the Black Numenorian versus half trolls. If the enemy makes both, just get the Black Numenorian and Wolf Riders against the Goblin Warriors. So you need Black Numenorian to face the half trolls and Wolf Riders to destroy the Goblin Warriors. If the enemy gets the Spiderlings, just against Spiderlings, it's gonna be tricky. You need a unit that counters the Spiderlings, which is gonna be a Pikeman, definitely, and Direwolves. Direwolves can follow the Spiderlings and eat them. If you have a big number of Direwolves, they have the same speed as Spiderlings and they can bite them and eat them. And you can also do another strategy, which is spamming Pikemen, Rudor Spearmen, and Axe Throwers from 2 Hall of Kingsmen, or maybe 3 Hall of Kingsmen. Creep and defend yourself from the Spiderlings, and get the Black Numenorian after that, because the enemy is gonna get after the Spiderlings half trolls probably, or Goblins don't play big role in this version, so you don't really need to worry about the goblins. All you need to focus is on the half trolls and the spiderlings, and this is how you counter it with the angmar. Again, the forces of light, we talked about that, I think. If you are against the dwarves, get axis throwers and Gundabad Orc at the start, and then transition into Black Numenorian. Um, yeah, it's Black Numenorian are deadly versus forces of light. They might not be the best versus evil. You need the spam of Gundabad Orc and Axors at least at the start of the game. But the Black Numenorian versus Forces of Light, even versus the Elves, with their charge attacks, they can trample the Lorien archers. And definitely get the Dark Rangers as fast as possible. Um, yes, that's it. If you want a very aggressive, start with Angmar against elves. Just get one Hall of Kingsman and one um, Troll and Wolf's Den, and get one Wolf Rider and one Gundabad Orc. You can deal some damage to the enemy at the start. But definitely you shouldn't spam units from Troll and Wolf Den because they are tactical units. You should get focus on the Black Numenorian and Axorus and Gundabad Orc. Um, that's it for Angmar faction. It's a very unique faction. I hope I covered some areas of the game. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this is gonna help you. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.